Hello to you, my cosmic dragon friends. We are back with a short reading today, and I just wanted to do some channeling because we're having an electrical storm. So I wanted to bring through some storm readings for you just to see what channeled through in the energy. So today we are using Anne Stokes's Dragon Tarot using her beautiful artwork. We have we're on my windowsill here, which has been decorated with Bedford's beautiful fur. And I have my plants here with us as well, lending us their energy. My big aloe vera and my money plant as well, let's not forget her. Right, so let's take a look at the messages coming through today because it's quite a potent energy, so I felt like I needed to bring something through for you guys. So the cards that we have today, under this storm energy, we have the Six of Cups, we have the Ten of Cups, and we have the Justice card. And then on the bottom of the deck we also have the Seven of Wands, which I wanted to bring in as well. Now, it feels like a very interesting and important energy today, very powerful energy coming through. So there is this warning here coming through. This is not the most positive of readings, but it is an important message. It's not all happy clappy and yay, everything's going to be great. It's actually telling us that there are things from our past that we need to let go of now. There are things that have happened in the past that we do have to let go of, because we can't change the future until we let go of the past. So there is this deep desire, I feel, in the collective right now to go back to how things were in the past, how things were previously, to go back to a way of doing things that we had in the past. So whether it's our religion, whether it's our society, whether it's just not having the digital age, going back to a simpler way of doing things. And yes, that is possible. But it wasn't the be-all and end-all, and we have to remember that. We weren't all super happy, living in dreamland back then. If anything, many things were much more difficult. There was a lot of suffering in our world, in our ancestors' world. There was a lot of struggle and strife and war and conflict and difficulty. I think we do ourselves a disservice by believing that it was always better in the past. It absolutely was not. They had their challenges too. If anything, they had many more challenges than we do today. Of course, our life is different than theirs was. Of course it is. It looks different. It is supposed to. Humanity is growing. Humanity is growing spiritually. We are ascending. So things have to change. They have to change as we do. When you have a child, you don't give them the same toys in every different stage of their life. They wouldn't be appropriate for them and they would be boring and unhelpful. They wouldn't challenge them. So what's happening right now is humanity is being challenged at the spiritual and psychic level that we are at. So if the challenges seem greater, it's because we are capable of overcoming them. It is because it is necessary for our growth, for our expansion, for our ascension, for our wisdom, so that we can grow in knowledge, wisdom, in love, and we can become more expansive beings. And yes, that will make us happier in the longer run, but it can feel very difficult and unhappy in the short term. And I think the Buddha said living is suffering, and yes, there's certainly an element of that coming through the system at the moment. There is this sense that we are struggling, we are suffering, things are difficult, it's not that easy. With the Seven of Wands in particular, struggle. Who is stabbing us in the back? Who is picking a fight with us? Who is causing problems? There's always someone causing a problem right now, is kind of the sense I have. And there's a frustration with that. There's a frustration of wanting to say, oh, it was better when. It was better when. Well, maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was. But that's irrelevant. Okay? When you are a 15-year-old, someone isn't going to give you some blocks to play with. Oh, it might have been better. Oh, it was great when I was little. Was it? Or do you just remember the good stuff? Do you just remember the positive memories? And would you really only want blocks to play with right now? Because I think you'd be pretty bored. Okay, so let's have a look at the other cards here. And the good news here is that we have the Justice card as our outcome here. Our third card is the Justice card. So we will get a fair, positive outcome. Okay, things will get better. They absolutely will. We will get a fair outcome depending on how we choose to act and react in each of these circumstances, each of these struggles or situations that we are faced with. And it's very important that we remember that we don't fall into the trap of wanting somebody else to fix everything for us. We're not children. And one of the lessons that humanity has been tasked with learning is that we must solve our own problems. We are not here to bow down, to bow and scrape to people who tell us that they are a higher authority when they actually have no legitimate authority over us whatsoever. Whether it's because they believe they are a certain bloodline that is somehow more important or more clever than the rest of the people around them, that they have a divine right to rule, which is utter nonsense, and the divine will show you that that's not true. Or, whether it is governments who have some sort of electoral mandate, but to be honest is, again, still very illegitimate. It is time for humanity to grow up. And my guides are saying, grow up, get up, stop it, get off your knees, stop bowing, stop scraping, stop waiting for somebody else to find the solution to your problems, because it won't happen. Somebody else doesn't have the solutions that are good for you. Somebody else has the solutions that are good for them. That's what we have to remember. It's true of any problem in your life. It's true of any situation in your life. If you let somebody else find the solution, it'll be the solution that they think is best, not the one that you necessarily want. We have to grow up and we have to start making these choices, difficult decisions and choices for ourselves in every aspect of our lives, in every situation, every subject of our lives. And we have to let go of this rather naive thinking that things were always better in the past, so we have to go backwards. We have to go back to this, back to that. No, we have to move forwards now. We have to do it with bravery. We have to do it fearlessly. And we have to find new ways of doing things. We have to find new systems, new beliefs, new wisdom to help us. And I'm just looking out of the window and I can see what looks like a climbing plant has invaded the rotary washing machine in my neighbour's garden. Now, I won't show it because, of their privacy. But they have a rotary washing line, excuse me. I can hear my washing machine, which is why I'm saying that. You have a rotary washing line. If you don't know what that is, look it up. Very common here in the UK. And a plant, a climbing plant of some kind, has invaded it completely, and I can see the plant. At first I thought a branch had fallen out of the tree above it, because there is a tree adjacent to it. But no, it's a climbing plant. And how very clever of the plant. Well, the plant doesn't have any trees to grow up, so instead it's looked for something else. Modern problems require modern solutions and all that. And it has found a rotary washing line to climb. Which is rather clever, I have to say. And it's a brilliant representation of us needing to find modern and new solutions with the tools available to us, with what is available to us right now in the energy, on the planet, on Earth. We are not in the same situation that people were 50, 100, 200, 1,000 years ago, 5,000, 10,000 years ago. We don't have access to certain things that they did, and we have access to many other things that they didn't, that they could never have dreamed of. And we must find new ways, new solutions, using the methods that we have now, the wisdom that humanity has now, the potential, the spiritual potential that humanity has, which is so great, which is so huge, if only we were brave enough to tap into it. So, no longer bowing and scraping, no longer looking at the past with rose-tinted spectacles and being certain that if we could just go back to fill in the blank, everything will be better, because it won't. Some people will try to trick us into doing that so that they can drag us back into the old energy that went along with those systems or religions or systems of government. But they will never take us forwards or to anywhere positive. It can only take us backwards and down into darker, denser energies. When humanity is supposed to be being uplifted right now, we're supposed to be uplifting ourselves, embracing the new energy as we move into the age of Aquarius. We are supposed to be embodying the Christ consciousness. Embodying, not bowing and scraping to some deity, worshipping some deity and saying, "Oh, please God, please save me." Well, how about you save yourself? How about you step into that energy, you embody that energy, and you save yourself? And that's what we have to do now. So my friends, I hope that was helpful. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, share this video with a friend if you think it will resonate with them. Please tell me which part of this message resonated for you or is helpful for you. And I will see you again in the next reading. Bye-bye.